We're now joined by the head coach of the UNCG Spartans, Wes Miller. Coach, if you can, begin with an opening statement, and then we'll have questions.
First off, I want to tip my cap to Duger Balcom and his club. Obviously we were watching that game really closely last night, and I think Western Carolina and Mark Prosser's team is playing as good as anybody in the league coming into this weekend, and I thought they played great to start the game. And Duger's team just kind of stuck with it and made some big time plays. I thought that was really impressive. And then boy, they made it really hard on us tonight. You just felt like you couldn't relax. They made a lot of great plays, effort plays to the ball. They scored the ball around the rim. And then I thought Aby and Hayden Brown were just so difficult for us all night. We had a tough time with both of them all night. So tip your cap to those guys. It wasn't pretty all the way for us. I did think we had some great moments. I think our guys are excited. There was certainly some nervous energy. It wasn't our best defensive performance. But what I'm proud of is that we kind of just found a way. And I thought down the stretch, we really locked in defensively in that last 3 or 4 minutes. And, I thought that was kind of the difference that gave us a chance.
All right, questions? John Dale for the Winston-Salem Journal.
Yeah, Wes, I thought a big key was the technical foul. I think you guys were up 1 and then it put you up 2. How big was that? I think it was like at 4:34 left. I mean, that kind of turned the tide a little bit, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, they make a big play. We actually had a decent defensive possession. I mean, they had a better offensive possession than we did defensively, but I thought we were flying around and we were rotating, and they just kind of made one more play. And then Hayden went up and finished it, really strong. So I thought that was a big momentum swing. Now, we weren't able to really capitalize. Keyshawn made 1 or 2, and then I think Keyshawn had a wide open 3 as we got the ball back. So it could have been a big one, but from a score standpoint, I don't think it had a big effect.
And I think they tied it up 69-69, I think, too.
I believe they scored on the next possession.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Danny Harnden from WGHP.
Hey, Coach, in tournament basketball, you've been around tournament basketball enough as a player or as a coach. It's just different. Can you put into words, like when it's over, you don't apologize. Yeah, we should have won by more, blah, blah, blah. It's just about playing tomorrow, right?
Yeah, Danny, I mean, I'll be honest. I used to probably overanalyze winning and losing and say we win a game when I was, in my first couple of years of coaching, and I'd go him and Hall about we didn't do this and we didn't do that. I've done it long enough now to know anytime you win, you just go, hey, I'm glad we won. They're hard enough to get at this level, right? So I probably take that mentality at least that night, the whole year. Now the next day we might be sitting there coming back and going, we should have done this and that type of thing. But in tournament play, it's just about surviving in advance. It doesn't matter how you do it. Hey, listen, they missed a couple free throws down the stretch. We got a couple loose balls that maybe the bounce went our way. That doesn't even matter. It just matters that we're still sitting here talking to you about playing tomorrow. So I do think it's a little different this time of the year. You just got to find a way, and they're not all going to be easy. You're going to have to win some games when maybe there's a little adversity, or maybe you don't play as well as you should throughout the course of the game. And I didn't think we played our best, but I do think Citadel deserves a lot of credit for that.
John Dale again from the Winston-Salem Journal.
Yeah, Wes, you mentioned earlier about Hayden, just his overall performance. I mean, the 3 3-pointers in the first half were key, but that block shot too at the end I thought was pretty pivotal.
I thought it was one of the better defensive plays we've had this year. I think Isaiah thought that somebody was picking up Moff, so he kind of let him go. Now, again, we got to communicate a little better, but Hayden doesn't give up on the play, and he goes and makes an unbelievable play from behind to block it. And I thought that was a bigger momentum swing than anything. Here they have an angled layup or a fairly uncontested layup, and Hayden comes in and makes a hustle play. That'll go down as one of my favorite plays. That's probably one of the ones I'll be showing teams forever. But that was a big time effort play. And shoot, he's been phenomenal all year. If you guys saw the work ethic that he put into it on a day-to-day basis, he approaches this thing like a pro. He's very mature, and he'll be a pro one day. So it doesn't surprise me he comes out and plays really well and makes a bunch of shots.
And I think those 3 3-pointers were from the same exact spot in the first half, weren't they?
He gets a lot of good looks around the top of the floor for us, and that's somewhere where he is a lot of the time, coming down the floor or in some of our high ball screen actions with him and Isaiah. And I think that's where some of those looks came from tonight.
Any other questions for Coach in the group? I think that does it, Coach. Thank you for your time.